gas, and it's showing this manifest destiny idea. All right, so this is a map of what America currently looks like at this time. The pink is the United States. Yellow clearly represents Mexico, right?
Yes.
Then we have here this green, which is called Oregon country. And there's a couple of groups that lay claim to it. So I want you guys to turn to page 359 in your books. And read the section, really only stuff on page 359. It's pretty small. I want you guys to read that, and I'll ask some questions about it here.
So 359.
359.
Are you learning about the gold rush?
So read the rivalry in the Northwest and the Adams-Donuts Treaty. We will learn about the gold rush
Yeah.
soon.
I always wanted to say about that. We did like we did a tiny unit on the gold rush the third day.
Did you?
That's when they made bougie.
Yeah, that's true. So go ahead and read that section once you get there. So remember reading the Northwest, rivalry in the Northwest, and the Adams-Donuts Treaty 1. So we're on page 359. We're reading the section. Right, 359. We're reading everything on that page basically. This section, rivalry in the Northwest.
Just on this page?
Yeah, you just have to read that. When you're done, let me know by stroking your computer. Okay. All right. Still reading. All right. We're going ahead and start asking questions. All right. So, who were the four, or what were the four nations that were disputing over the Oregon Territory? I'll take one each. Yeah, Evan.
Spain.
Spain's one of them. Yep. Jose.
Right.
All right, Christina. Russia. Yeah. Ethan. Britain. Cool.
United States.
United States, right? So we have United States, Russia, Britain, Spain, okay? Now Russia kind of seems weird, right? It's like, why is Russia in the United States?
Because they won it.
Yeah, you guys are smart. So they're pretty close to the United States. They actually own Alaska for most of the time that Alaska has been known. until we get them. Until we get Alaska, Russia owns it, so we actually buy Alaska from Russia, but not until the 1900s. They own, or they lay claims to much of Western British North America, which is called Canada, as well as a lot of the Northwest United States, Oregon country. But what do they do? What does Russia do? No, they don't say. You guys just read it. In 1824? Yeah. Yeah, so they just basically give up the land south of Alaska. So they say, well, hold on, Alaska, you guys can have that rest of this land. And then what happens in 1819? We've talked about it before with Florida. Yeah. Yeah, right. Good job. Adams-Onis Treaty was signed in 1819. That gave us Florida. It also got Spain out of Oregon country, and it made defined lines for the Mexico and the United States. So before, this was kind of hazy. We didn't really know where Mexico started and the United States ended. So they made defined lines, and with that, we actually lost a little bit of land, but we actually gained a lot more land with Florida and Oregon country. Parts of Texas, as well as Utah, a lot of these countries here. We bought parts of those countries, like basically the tips of them, in what? What did we buy? Jefferson, remember, a couple chapters ago. Louisiana purchased right from, who did we buy it from? France. France, so right, so we have that Louisiana purchased from France. Parts of these states are now going to Mexico. In return, we get Florida, and they get out of the Oregon country. All right, good job. All right, so these are mountain men. These men are the people who are the white settlers out in Oregon country right now. These men are, they could be Russian, American, British, French, Spanish. They are basically living off of fur trade. You guys have talked about fur traders before, the French fur traders. But these guys are looking for a specific type of fur, beaver pelts. They're trapping them. Originally, what they were doing was they were trading with the Native Americans for the pelts, and then they would take the pelts and sell them to Asia, Europe, and then they started trapping them themselves. They'd kill a beaver, take the pelt, and then they would basically create their own companies out of this fur trade. It's very lucrative, basically meaning a lot of money, you get a lot of money from it. So beneficial to them. But what happens when something's very beneficial and a lot of people start doing it, like beavers, start killing beavers? Yeah, so the population of beavers starts to go down a lot. And can they make money off of beavers that aren't around? No. So they have to find new ways to go about making money. A lot of them settle on farming, and a lot of them become guides for the people moving west. They'll join up with the wagon trail, and they'll lead the way. They'll act as guides because they know what they're doing. They've been out here for a long time. They're skilled at what they're doing. And this guy here in the middle, I still haven't looked at his name yet. I can't remember his name. He's claimed to have killed 800 bears in his time as a.
How many?
800.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's pretty impressive. So these guys are pretty rough, real manly men. But yeah, they're the ones that live in this area, and they really start to set the foundation for people who are going to be moving west, because they're not only helping them with acting as guides, but they're also starting agriculture and stuff like that up there. They live amongst the Native Americans. They are marrying Native American women, so they're kind of part of that culture, but they're also going to help bring in the American culture moving west. There's a whole section about them in your book. Several different people they name in particular, but they're setting up these large fur companies, trading to Europe and Asia, where beaver pelts are in high demand because they'll make hats out of them. So pretty cool guys. Just kind of cool thing to know. All right, this is where we talk about a lot. This is the Oregon Trail, that red